Good evening, y'all. This is the Christian Trucker, and I wanted to touch on the hours of service. There's been a lot of talk about it here in the last few days, and ever since the ELD mandate has went into effect. So I figured that I would put my 2 cents in it, and I'm going to try to keep this short. If you agree with what I say, please share it and see what other people may think about this idea. And if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. That's cool. But in my opinion, we should change the 10-hour break to an 8-hour break. Do away with the 30-minute break. Do away with the 70-hour rule. Because what we did 7 days ago, 70 hours ago, just is not going to have no bearing on how we feel today. The 70-hour, 34-hour restart is ridiculous in the fact that it does not relieve any fatigue. Leave the 14-hour clock alone, but allow us the ability to move 30 minutes to park safely without starting our clock if we've been held up at a shipper. We don't need a 3-hour pause. We just need the ability to move from a shipper to a truck stop without being punished, without being prisoners in our trucks. That's not much to ask. Just 30 minutes for us to leave a shipper. If we've been at a shipper 6 or 8 hours and not enough time to get our 10-hour break, if they leave it at a 10-hour break, we need the ability to move safely to a truck stop, because a lot of these shippers and receivers will not allow us to stay on their property. And if we move, it starts our clock and puts us in violation. So forget about the pause. Just let us use a 30-minute move. Put it in the software to where we can type it in and say we're going to park safely somewhere because we were kicked off the property. Anything is possible. These changes would increase drivers' ability to earn more money. If you have a 8-hour break instead of a 10-hour break, that's going to shorten the amount of time that you're down. Who in their right mind is going to sleep 10 hours? I've never slept 10 hours probably a day in my life. I barely get 6 hours most nights, and I work fine. They will ease truck parking issues. Look, we have a serious truck parking issue around this country. If trucks are only in the truck stop 8 hours instead of 10 hours, that's going to free up more spaces for people. If they're not in there trying to take their 30-minute break, because that's ridiculous. We all know when we need to eat. We don't have to stop and take a 30-minute break. We all know when we get tired. These changes will help shippers and receivers fulfill their orders without being stressed out about our clock. Just this one move. Allow us to move 30 minutes to go park safely from a shipper or receiver that maybe has held us up. I don't think they're unreasonable. Shorten the 10-hour break. Nobody sleeps 10 hours. 8 hours is a healthy sleep period. 6 hours, 4 hours you can even live with and not be fatigued. Do away with the 30-minute break. Look, we're grown people out here. You got to be 21 to drive a semi across state lines. So I'm telling you, the 30-minute break is ridiculous. We're grown-ups. We're not a bunch of children, people. Do away with the 70-hour rule. What we did 7 days ago, 6 days ago, does not have any effect on the level of fatigue that we feel today. Leave the 14-hour clock alone, because who wants to work more than 14 hours a day? Not me. But give us the ability to move 30 minutes down the road to park safely because a shipper or receiver wants us off of their property once they finish loading us without it starting our clock. Even if we have a separate line, say line 6, 30 minutes to go park safely without it starting us over to drive, without it penalizing us for something that we cannot control. Like I say, these changes are going to ease truck parking. They're going to increase the driver's ability to make more money because you won't be focused on the 70-hour rule, cutting you back for 34 hours when you could still run and still not be fatigued. I think these are good plans. The 14-hour pause that I think that they're talking about, I do not like that idea. But, you know, this is just my opinion. Like I said, if you like it, please share it. Tell other people what I'm thinking, and we'll see how it goes. God bless. We'll catch you on the next ride.